This program contains adult language and situations which may be considered offensive to some viewers and/or children, but more likely their parents.
Oh, man. Alright, people, it's DLF here. I just got back from the Gonorrhea Mall. I just went to see the movie Get Out. Okay? And I'm going to review that movie. But there's that but word that everybody loves. I'm going to review this movie Get Out. But my rich uncle loves that word, that butt word, because he's such a butthead. So, before I get to the review, I just want to show you kiddies something. The steal of the day. No, I didn't actually steal this. But I can't stop saying but. It's an addiction now. I didn't steal this, but okay. When I say it's a steal, I didn't mean I actually stole it. I mean I got it at a really good price. Now here's the deal. I bought this today at Best Buy. It's the PlayStation camera. Okay, so now I could do live streams. Now I can do live streams with my big fat face in the corner. So what happened was, okay. Now let me just read this receipt here. Okay, it's the PlayStation camera, and you can do this too. Actually, it's at Best Buy. It's $59.99. That's how much you would pay to get this. But Amazon sells it for let's see, what is it? Amazon sells this thing for $39.49 new. Okay, Best Buy price matches with Amazon, so I was able to get this PlayStation camera, $60 camera. After tax, it was $42.95. I saved $20.50. Okay, so yeah, that was fucking awesome. So you know what I should be doing? Buying a bunch of these like that and then selling them off on eBay. Okay, I'll keep one because I want one. So yeah, so that's what I gotta talk about that for a second. Okay, so I'm like thirsty as shit right now because I ate a bucket of popcorn. It was all fucking salty. Now it's like fucking cotton mouth over here. Holy shit. Okay. Okay. I want to go see this movie, Get Out. I seen the trailer for this movie. Okay. And the trailer looked like it was some kind of preachy thing. He was trying to push some kind of agenda. You know. And it looked like It looked like some kind of like something that like one of these stupid fucking groups would put out, like Black Lives Matter. Something that is some kind of like propaganda or something. Because what it shows in the trailer is, it shows that there's this black guy that goes to a white person's house and gets tortured. Okay? That's what it showed in the friggin' trailer. Okay? So, it really wasn't all like that, though. Now, when I first seen the trailer, I was like, it was cringe, okay? I felt like it was trying to push some kind of agenda. Like it was trying to say that white people are racist, blah, 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 blah. So then the movie comes out, and it's getting perfect reviews. It's like getting like 10 out of 10 everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then I'm thinking like, okay, maybe it's one of those things where if people don't like the movie, then they're racist. Like they did with that Ghostbusters movie with the women in it. Oh, if you don't like this new Ghostbusters movie, you're fucking sexist or something. You know how that was. And yes, I did like the new Ghostbusters movie. But I also like the old one too. I did actually like that new Ghostbusters movie. I thought it was decent. But I was like, okay, so they can't give it a bad review, or else the critics will be seen as racist. That's not what I got out of it. So then I see one of my Facebook friends saying that they were going to go see this movie. And this person is like really into like horror movies and shit. And he comes back and he says, Get Out was a great movie. I'm like, what the fuck? And this is a person that doesn't take no crap either. This is a person that, thinks that, didn't like Obama and didn't like, they didn't think, whatever. Old school, man, into like real friggin' horror movies, And this is a guy that's saying that this was actually a good movie. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck? I'll go see the movie. So I went today because it was a Tuesday. Tuesday you get into see the movie for like what, $5.50 or some bullshit like that. So I'm like, okay, so I'll go and see the fucking movie, okay? I thought it was a pretty good movie. Okay, I wouldn't give it like 10 out of 10. But I thought it was decent. I thought it was a pretty good movie. I would even dare to say that this movie Get Out is one of the more unique horror movies. It was one of the more original horror movies I've ever seen. So I'm going to go into some spoilers here. And I'm just going to tell you what happened. It was a good movie. So what this movie was about, right in the beginning, you see this black guy. He's like walking around this neighborhood or whatever. And the car comes up, pulls up to him. And the car's like following him around. And then guy gets out with a night helmet or something, and grabs him and knocks him out and like drags him into the car. Then you see, then it goes to the main the main characters. Black man, white woman, and they're dating. And they're packing their shit so that they can go and they're gonna go meet he's gonna go meet this girl's family for the first time, and he's having his worries and shit. Like, oh, do they know that I'm black and all that? And he was like, and she's like, no, they don't. But don't worry, my family isn't racist, and you know, my dad would have voted for Obama a third time if he could, and it was this whole thing. So shit happened, and they get to the house, okay, and they like hit a deer or something they hit a deer on the road or something, and but that was like that wasn't really part of the story, really. They get pulled over by a cop, and they ask the guy for his license or something, and he wasn't even driving. So it didn't really go anywhere. So they get to the house, and there's the mother and the father, and so the mother's a psychiatrist, and the father is like a brain surgeon or something like that. So, you know, he's over there like being friendly with the black guy and everything. And, you know, when they get to the house, they notice that they have a black, what do you call it, groundskeeper, and like a black maid in the house. And they thought, and you know, every time the guy would go and talk to him, they would act like really, really weird toward him. Like, so it's just like they were just, they without giving it away right away, they kind of acted like they were white. Okay, so it was like, imagine like a black person just speaking like real proper and everything. Okay, and he thought that was really, really odd. So then the father, what is it? He's like being friendly with the guy and everything. You know, it's okay. And then, so then, the guy smokes, I guess. So, the mother is a psychiatrist, and she thought that by hypnotizing him, it would get him to quit smoking. That's what she told him. So, she catches him in the middle of the night, and, you know, she hypnotizes him, like, I guess with like a teacup or something, like banging a spoon against a teacup. The sound of it hypnotize, like a hypnotizing thing, kind of thing. So they call it the sunken place when you're hypnotized. So he thought it was weird. He couldn't remember anything the night before and everything. So the next day, they're having this big friggin' party, okay? And they're just having a big fucking party. And you know, there was another guy, another black guy that came with the party, with an older white woman, okay? And he was acting like really strange too, like the maid and the groundskeeper and everything like that, like just acting like real white and everything, and like just really really creepy, like you know, so he takes a picture of this guy, and the flash on the camera set him off or something, and he attacks him, and he goes, "Get out, get out!" And they're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" You know. So they explained it as, "Oh, the flash on the camera made him have a seizure or something." So okay, and so, oh, that's the other thing I know. This guy's friend, he works for like the airport or something. He's like a TSA agent, and he was like the comic relief of the movie. Okay, pretty much, and so he sends him a picture of this guy at the party, and he says, "This guy looks familiar." And he sends him a picture, and the TSA guy says, "Oh yeah, that I forget what the guy's name was, but yeah, we used to go to school with him. You know, why is he dressed like that? Why is he with an older white woman? You know?" And the TSA guy says, "Oh, so." It turns out that this guy was missing for like 6 months or something like that. He's like, "Holy shit, what's he doing here?" You know. So yeah. After all that, they try to leave. Oh, that's the thing that during the party, they were having like an auction, and they had the guy's picture like they were auctioning this guy off. And at this point, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I thought that they were just trying to like sell him for like slavery or something, like modern day slave. I'm like, okay, whatever. So like the whole time these white people are saying, "Oh yeah, I love black people. I think Tiger Woods was the best golfer. I think Obama was the best president. What was the other thing that the one guy, he said, like, black is in fashion or something." Like these really like they're not racist. They're just they like what do you call it? They're like, in fact, these white people are infatuated with black people, like in a really, not like a hateful way, but they just love it. They love black people. I don't know, So what was going on was, they ended up leaving. So they end up trying to leave, and the black guy gets knocked out and all that other shit, fucking hypnotized and everything. So what was actually going on in this movie? And here's the twist, okay? Here's the twist, okay? There's a part like right in the beginning of the movie when they first get to the house. There's a part where the father says, "Oh, I had to close off this door because there was black mold down there or something." And so this guy finds like a box full of pictures, and it was pictures of the girlfriend with with him. And it was pictures of her and like all these other black people. and then it had a picture of the girlfriend and this the maid or whatever. He's like, what the fuck is going on? Because why is there a picture of me and her in this box? I thought I thought your family didn't know I was black, you know? So how do they have these pictures? So what was going on in this movie was the family was but like I said, the father was a brain surgeon and the mother was a psychiatrist. And the daughter, the girl that the guy was dating, what she was doing was she was actually hooking up with all these black men and bringing them back to the house, okay? So that, and get this is where the twist comes in. So that the mother can hypnotize these black people, and then, because the mother would hypnotize these black people, and then the father would actually cut out their brain and put it, or what would happen, because they were auctioning them off. So what was happening was they figured out a way. The father figured out a way to become pretty much immortal. Okay, so what they would do is they would get these white people together to auction black people off to them, so that they can use so that they could cut out the white people's brain and put it into a black body. So somehow that makes them immortal. Because then they could just, all they're doing is swapping brains or whatever. And the movie tries to answer the question, like, why black people? You know, what if you could do this with black people, why couldn't you do it with anybody else? Like, why can't you put a black brain in a white body, or a white brain in a white body, or like a black brain in a, why couldn't you do that? They didn't answer that. The guy asked that. He was like, why do you have to use black people? And it was just like, all they said was, because they were like infatuated with black. They were like, yeah, because they're not racist, okay? They're like, they love black people, so and pretty much they were just trying to be black, okay? So they were taking a white brain and put it into the black body, pretty much, and that's what happened. So and it turns out that the maid, the black maid, they did this. That was actually the grandmother, okay. And what they did was they took the grandmother's brain and put it into the black woman's body. So that's why she was acting like she was white, okay. Okay, and they did the same thing with the groundskeeper, and it's like also the other thing too is that when they do this, there's still like a little part of the original person in them, I guess. And what happens is when you flash like a bright light in their eyes, that triggers them out. Okay, so that's what happened when the guy was just taking a picture, right, of him, and the flash went off. So that's why he lunged at him, because it was like his old self came back. You know what I'm saying? And that was supposed to be the guy that was back in the beginning that they captured. So it's like they're not really, these people aren't really racist. It's just that I don't know what the deal with it with the black people are, but it was just that they just like black people. They like the way they look. You know, it's like the one guy was like, one guy was like, yeah, I like the way the black people look. You know, and that's why I'm getting this done. So, I mean, I don't know. Is it racist? I don't know. I was expecting it to be just straight up, oh, we're going to torture black people and make it look... No, it wasn't. It was actually kind of clever, the way they did it. So, if they were pushing an agenda, who cares? It was still a good, entertaining movie, to say the least. But, you know what? It was, So... And I know I can't really speak well because of my autism, but that's the gist of it. They were just like fucking swapping brains out. Yeah, so because what was going on was this guy that's in the movie, he got bought by this blind guy, and what this blind guy was going to do was have his brain put into the black guy's body, so that he could see again somehow. And that's what happened. So they lure these black people into the house. And then they have these people come and auction on them, but they're not actually like slaves. They're just like they swap out their brain, so that the people that bought them would be able to live on as black people. Wow. Yeah, it sounds really crazy too. And when the TSA guy tried to explain it to the detectives at the police station, they all laughed at him. That TSA guy, though, he's like the comic relief of the movie. There's a part where he's trying to explain what's going on to the police or whatever. There's like 3 police officers, like. Well, first there was like one black woman as a police officer, so he's telling the story to them, and she goes and gets like 2 other guys. Okay, so they're police officers, 2 other black police officers. So he tells the story again in front of all 3 of them, and they just laugh in their face. And they just laugh in his face because it was because it was like come on, I want to make these guys laugh, But Get Out is a good movie. Now I'm going to do some nude streaming.